Hey, Falcons fans! Get ready because what I have for you today is going to shake the very foundations. Your favorite expert has arrived loaded with devastating information that's making the entire football world tremble with anticipation. And when you discover the earthquake that just happened in Atlanta, you'll understand why this moment will be forever etched in franchise history. Listen here, I've been covering this team for years, and I can tell you right now, what happened in the last 24 hours is the kind of move that separates championship organizations from amateurs. We're talking about decisions that are going to echo through Mercedes-Benz Stadium for the rest of the season. Now, before I drop these absolute bombs on you, let me paint you a picture of what's really happening here. While other teams are playing checkers, our front office is out here playing 4D chess. I'm talking about moves so calculated, so precise, that when the dust settles, you're gonna look back at this moment and say that's when everything changed. But here's where it gets really interesting, Falcons Nation, and this is why you need to smash that like button and hit those notifications, because what I'm about to tell you is just the tip of the iceberg. We've got roster moves that nobody saw coming, injury situations that are forcing our hand, and strategic acquisitions that prove this organization is not messing around when it comes to building a championship roster. You ready? Because once I drop these details, there's no going back to the old Atlanta Falcons narrative. This is the new ERA, baby. But hold up! Before I reveal these game-changing secrets that could define our entire season, I need you to prove you're ready for this exclusive intel. If you want to be part of the inner circle of true Falcons fans who get the breaking news first, here's what you gotta do right now. Destroy that subscribe button like it's a Matt Ryan touchdown pass. Smash that notification bell like you're celebrating in the end zone, and drop a fire in the comments if you're ready to witness history in the making. This information is so explosive, I guarantee 90% of Falcons fans will miss it, but not you. Let's go. Here's the bombshell that's got NFL Twitter absolutely losing their minds right now. The Atlanta Falcons just released quarterback Easton Stick, and Chargers fans everywhere are probably laughing their way to the bank because they saw this coming from a mile away. Now, here's what makes this story absolutely wild. Stick was leading our entire preseason in passing yards. You heard that correctly. The guy who was putting up the best numbers in practice just got his pink slip, and the reason why will make your blood boil with excitement about what's coming next. Let me paint you the picture of who Easton Stick really is, because this story gets juicier by the minute. This is the same quarterback who was responsible for one of the most embarrassing losses in recent NFL history. That catastrophic 63-21 Thursday night football beatdown that the Las Vegas Raiders delivered to the Chargers. We're talking about a performance so bad it literally got both the general manager Tom Telesco and head coach Brandon Staley fired. But wait, it gets even more incredible. In 2023, when Stick got his golden opportunity to prove himself as a starter, what happened? The team went 0-5-0-5. With him at the helm. They scored more than 12 points in just 2 games out of 5. 12 points. In today's NFL. That's not just bad, that's historically terrible. So why did we even bring him to Atlanta in the first place? Because Terry Fontenot and Arthur Smith were looking for depth behind Michael Penix Jr. and Kirk Cousins, and sometimes you've got to kick the tires on available talent. But here's the beautiful part, our coaching staff saw right through the numbers and made the smart decision. This move tells us everything about how confident our organization is in our current quarterback room. We're talking about a front office that's not afraid to make the tough calls, even when it might look controversial on paper. They're building a championship culture where mediocrity gets you a one-way ticket out of town. But hold on to your seats, because that quarterback release was just the appetizer. The main course is this absolutely genius trade that our front office just pulled off with the Seattle SEAHAWKS, and the timing is so perfect it'll give you chills. We just acquired offensive tackle Michael Jarrell from Seattle in exchange for a conditional 2027 7th-round pick, and this move is pure brilliance. Let me tell you why this trade is about to save our entire season. Here's the crisis situation that was brewing in our offensive line room. Our starting right tackle Caleb McGarry got carted off the field last Wednesday during training camp with a leg injury that's going to keep him out for significant time. We're talking about potential injured reserve territory, people. That's our anchor on the right side completely gone. But it gets worse. Our backup tackle Storm Norton, the guy who was supposed to step up and save the day, just underwent ankle surgery and is expected to miss 6 to 8 weeks. 6 to 8 weeks. We were looking at a complete disaster on our offensive line protection. Enter Michael Jarrell, this young stud that the Seahawks drafted in the 6th round of the 2024 NFL Draft. This isn't some project player we're taking a flyer on. This is a guy who appeared in 10 games as a rookie, started 3 games, and took 250 offensive snaps. We're talking about 39% of the offensive unit's total snaps in those games. Now, I know what you're thinking, but what about his pass protection? Here's the real story that the stats don't tell you. Jarrell allowed 3 sacks and 250 snaps, and according to Pro Football Focus, all but 5 of those snaps came at right tackle. That's exactly where we need him to step in and dominate. This trade is genius for multiple reasons. First, we're only giving up a conditional 2027 7th-round pick. That's basically nothing for a proven young tackle who's already got NFL experience. Second, the timing couldn't be more perfect with our roster deadline hitting at 4 p.m. Eastern Time today. But here's what really gets me fired up about these moves. They show a front office that's thinking like champions. We're not panicking. We're not making desperate moves. We're being surgical in our approach to building this roster. Think about it, we could have kept Easton stick around as insurance, but instead we're making room for players who can actually contribute to a playoff push. We could have rolled the dice with practice squad players at tackle, but instead we went out and got a proven commodity who fits our system perfectly. This is what elite organizations do. They identify problems before they become disasters, they make tough decisions when necessary, and they're always thinking 3 moves ahead of the competition. And let's talk about what this means for our offensive identity moving forward. With Michael Penix Jr. developing behind Kirk Cousins, we need maximum protection to let our passing game flourish. Having a reliable right tackle who can handle speed rushers and power moves is absolutely critical to our success. Michael Jarrell isn't just filling a hole in our lineup, he's potentially solving our right tackle situation for the long term. This is a young player with upside who's already proven he can handle NFL competition. The Seahawks developed him well, and now he gets to come to Atlanta and be part of something special. Falcons Nation, what we're witnessing right now is the DNA of a championship organization. These aren't just roster moves, they're statements about our culture, our standards, and our commitment to excellence. The message is crystal clear. If you're not contributing to our mission of bringing a Super Bowl to Atlanta, you're not going to be here very long. And if there's a player out there who can help us win games, we're going to go get him. This Tuesday just proved that Terry Fontenot and Arthur Smith aren't messing around. They're building something sustainable, something powerful, and something that's going to make the rest of the NFC South absolutely terrified when they see us on their schedule. We've got the quarterback room locked down with Cousins and Penix Jr. We've got the offensive line protection we need with this brilliant trade. And we've got a front office that's not afraid to make the tough decisions that championship teams require. As we head into the regular season, remember this Tuesday. Remember the day when the Atlanta Falcons showed the entire NFL that we're not just participating, we're competing at the highest level. These moves are just the beginning, Falcons Nation. We're building something historic here in Atlanta, and every single decision is bringing us one step closer to that championship parade down Peachtree Street. Keep your eyes on this space, because if today proved anything, it's that this front office has more surprises coming our way. The season hasn't even started yet, and we're already making moves that have the entire league talking. Go Falcons!